Let's make this clear. You don't lack motivation, you don't lack talent, and you don't lack intelligence. Your problem is a lack of discipline, and the system is perfectly happy with that. Because motivation fluctuates, talent is rare, intelligence is overrated, but discipline is possible for anyone willing to endure discomfort. That's why it's dangerous. The system prefers to feed you inspiration instead of instilling discipline. Because inspired people talk, disciplined people progress. They taught you to follow your feelings, not to exert control. That's why you start like a horse but progress like a donkey. Meanwhile, people quietly doing their work every day surpass you. Discipline is the real cheat code. Not because it's flashy, but because it works even on the days you don't feel it. The first breaking point is simple but ruthless. Stop debating with your mood. Every time you say, "I don't feel ready," you dull yourself further. Discipline begins when your decisions are no longer dependent on your feelings. You make a decision once, and every cell in your body does its best to execute it. Most people wage a long internal war before doing the work they don't want. Disciplined people end that debate before it even begins. When it's work time, they grind like a cow. When it's training time, they sprint like a greyhound. This isn't about intensity. It's about obedience to the standard you set. The system trained you to follow your impulses. Discipline commands you to do what you're supposed to do. The unspoken truth: success is repetitive, and most of the time, boring. Developing skill, gaining strength, increasing focus, or mastering a field isn't exciting. It requires repetition. This is where the split happens. The average person constantly needs reminders. They can't work without music, notifications, or entertainment. Disciplined people endure monotony and see it as power. If you can sit focused without distraction, you've reached a level of control most people struggle to achieve. The system constantly distracts you because a scattered mind is easy to manipulate. Discipline demands silence, repetition, and stubbornness. The moment you accept boredom, you start producing results. You don't need more motivation videos. You need a structure, us.d. Willpower weakens under pressure, but the fortress you build stands. Discipline begins to bear fruit when your environment and routines support you. If distractions lie in wait at every corner, that willpower will eventually crumble. When focus becomes a habit rather than an act of force, the system can't take over. Set the rules. End the debate. The system feeds on your indecision. Taking control of yourself is the biggest wedge in the machinery. Once that power accumulates, no mechanism can stop you. Those who build an unshakable structure manipulate the system at will. Stop begging for results. Arm your character like a weapon. Saying, "I want success," is weakness. The system lulls you with these empty dreams. Define yourself as a stubborn rebel, so you're not a cog in that rotten machine. Discipline is not a punishment imposed on you. It's the unbreakable barrier you raise against the system's daily corrosion. This order wants to see you as a loose, confused person, because hurting distracted masses is child's play. When you stand firm, you step outside this insidious game. True power doesn't shout, doesn't perform. It silently and ruthlessly destroys all the fake worlds the system has built.